Hey guys, how's it going? Solomon here again, back in the studio. I'm no longer banished. This is your host of the political podcast and YouTube series, Free Speech with Solomon, and we'll dive right into episode 4 of me interviewing myself. So the fourth Instagram poll that I put out was in regards to the coronavirus. Do you think that we should reopen now or continue to stay quarantined? And I'll tell you that the vast majority of people opted to stay quarantined. But the few people that did want to reopen a lot of them were self-identified as Republican. Now, one of the things that is going on right now is there's a debate on whether we should reopen the country or not. And a lot of Republicans are saying, reopen, blah, blah, blah. There's been protests. There's been white guys dressed up like they were in ISIS going to the freaking, government building demanding to be reopened, blah, 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 blah. And, personally, science just doesn't back them up. I'm just going to say it right now. So, of course, my opinion is that we should stay quarantined, for sure. Now, why is that? Well, as a student of science, I like data, and I like, that kind of weird stuff. So, the thing with the coronavirus is, it is insanely contagious. And there have been places that have ignored social distancing guidelines that have gotten explosions of cases. For instance, I read on the news that in Utah, there were 2 businesses that ignored social distancing, whatever, and there's 68 new cases because of that. So that's just an example. So why I think we shouldn't reopen the country yet is because, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to tell you, I don't think that life is going to go back to normal until there's a vaccine. And let me tell you why. Because this pandemic is just it's so contagious, and it's kind of insidious in the fact that you could be a carrier and you could have it and not have any symptoms and pass it on to a friend who has a sick uncle that dies of it. It's terrifying. So I don't think that life is going to go back to normal until we have a vaccine, because think of it this way. If one person has it, one person started with it, and now there's millions of people worldwide that have it. And, hundreds of thousands have died. Probably millions have died, because China did not report. China, don't trust their data. I've heard reports that at least 8 million have died in China. But one person started with it, and now it's exploded. So if we open up before there's a vaccine, that one person that still has it will turn into a bunch of new cases, and there will be a lot of deaths. We've been doing pretty good, at least in my state, Nevada. Governor Steve Sisolak, has done really good with social distancing and his coronavirus guidelines, and we've really flattened the curve and slowed it down and mitigated it as much as we can. But, if we didn't do that, there would be way more cases, and there would be more deaths, and hospitals would be more full. And it's just, in my opinion, for the greater good if we stay closed until there's a vaccine. Or if we do open, be it very limited with very strict social distancing guidelines, and, testing and screening and all that kind of stuff. But all in all, I don't think it'll be a good idea to reopen anything until there's a vaccine or until we have more control over it, because it's still spiraling out of control. We flattened the curve. We've done a good job of that. But the problem is that if we reopen too soon, then there will be more reinfections, or there will be more infections. And the people that didn't have it, that go back to work, are going to get it from some of the people that haven't recovered. So it's a slippery slope, and it's basically one of the larger debates that's going on today. So that's my thoughts on it. Be sure to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at @solojew_ for more content. And, hope you guys have a good one. Stay safe out there during this pandemic, for real. Take it seriously, folks. This is not a drill. Thank you.